Good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Nicole Hernandez. Let's start with weather with Jenny Power this morning. Jenny, it's been a beautiful week, but you say things are changing, right?
Yes, that is right, Nicole. So we're soaking in some of these amazing sunrises for now. I mean, take a look at what we're seeing up toward the Deer Park Airport. The sun is shining. We've got some purple and kind of pink orange hues. It's also what we're seeing over Lake Coeur d'Alene. So it is another really beautiful start to the day. But yes, changes are on the way for this upcoming weekend. Our temperatures, if you're headed out right now in Spokane, are trending in the low 40s with just a little bit of a light breeze coming out of the northeast. Temperatures region-wide, we're in the low 30s still for Sandpoint, Idaho, so right below the freezing mark. 35 degrees for Coeur d'Alene. We're at 37 right now for Moses Lake and 42 out toward Wenatchee. But our current satellite and radar is calm and clear. We do gradually, however, will see some increasing clouds into this afternoon. Still going to be sunny with partly cloudy skies and temperatures that are trending above average. We'll reach the upper 60s in Spokane. Our average for this time of year is usually about in the mid 50s. But to go along with this, the changes that come into this upcoming weekend are going to be bringing us scattered showers. So a look at the timing of that in just a few minutes. Nicole?
Thanks, Jenny. Let's take a live look at traffic now. We're looking at I-90 and Pines this morning. The sun is up. We're seeing more people out on the roads, but nothing to cause any major traffic this morning. All of our highways across the region are looking clear if you're heading out the door. Well, today is officially the day. This evening, the Orion spacecraft will splash down off the coast of California. They've been in space for 10 days now, and this is the last phase of their journey. Reed Binion explains what this reentry will look like for the crew.
We've reviewed all the reentry procedures and activities, and we are good to go.
NASA teams on Earth preparing for the red-hot re-entry of the Orion spacecraft, currently racing back to our planet after the Artemis II astronauts' historic journey around the moon.
Orion remains healthy. It's been working fantastic.
NASA specialists on the ground busy checking a lot of boxes.
I have a whole checklist in my head. The drogues have to come out, the main chutes have to deploy, the reefing systems have to cut, separation between the service module and the crew module, the heat shield that has to work.
Orion is expected to splash down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California at just after 8 p.m. Eastern Time Friday. But first, the Artemis II crew must complete perhaps the most daunting milestone of the journey, re-entry, piercing the thick inner band of Earth's atmosphere at incredible speeds and temperatures.
Inside the vehicle, the spacecraft systems, it's a nice 75 degrees, so kind of like a winter day in Houston.
During re-entry, outside the spacecraft, much hotter, roughly 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, about a half as hot as the surface of the sun. The capsule racing in at nearly 25,000 miles per hour, decelerating at a rate of nearly 4 times the force of gravity.
It's not so much 13 minutes, it's more, in my head, about an hour and a half of things that have to go right.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, the plan is for the crew to splash down at about 5 tonight, and then it will take an entire team to get them out of the Pacific Ocean. Naval Base San Diego and Naval Air Station North Island are a part of this recovery mission. The USS Martha is already on its way out to that splashdown spot with 150 people from both NASA and a couple of hundred sailors on board as well. The ship has a transport dock, helicopter pad, and medical facilities.
We've been working on this with NASA for about 12 years, working up to this day. We have mobile dive teams to go out there, open the capsule, get the astronauts out safely onto basically a floating raft, and then helicopters will extract them from that raft out to the ship and get medical care.
Then the next step will be to recover the Orion capsule and tow it back onto the ship's well deck. You can watch tonight's splashdown on our free streaming app, KREM 2+. Scan the QR code on your screen and download the app. We're learning more about the deadly shooting in Spokane Valley that happened on Wednesday night. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says the 17-year-old who died was in crisis and making statements of self-harm. He then stood in front of a car driving along 16th Avenue. That teenager got into the car, then the driver was able to get him out. But the sheriff's office says the confrontation escalated and the driver eventually shot and killed the teenager. It has been less than 2 weeks now since Governor Bob Ferguson signed the Millionaire's tax into law, and already opponents are bringing it to court. A lawsuit filed in Klickitat County says it is unconstitutional. The bill is the state's first ever income tax and adds a 9.9% tax on household income above $1 million per year. So if you make $1,001, you would have to pay about 10 cents in taxes. The bill also gives more tax breaks to small businesses and low-income families. The law goes into effect starting in 2028.
If you're only going to tax certain segments, that's repeatedly been held to be unconstitutional by the state Supreme Court. And then the other thing is, if you're going to apply it, it has to be capped at 1%.
Supporters say the tax will create billions of dollars in state revenue that will go towards schools, healthcare, and public safety. One of the groups that helped pass the tax responded to the lawsuit. They said, quote, "At a time when many of us are struggling to afford the basics, mega millionaires and extremist groups are trying to hurt millions of Washingtonians by taking away the biggest state tax cuts they've received in many years." Live look this morning over Silver Mountain, and unfortunately Silver Mountain's last day will be tomorrow. Today, they're also planning on closing a little bit early at 2:30. They also had to cancel tomorrow's pond skim since they don't have enough snow. They will still do the Leadman race, that's the triathlon, next week, but the race will have a modified ski leg.
And in your weather forecast, we are going to see another beautiful day here ahead of us. We are seeing clear skies and sunshine for now, but gradually we'll see partly cloudy skies through this afternoon and temperatures that are trending even a little bit warmer in comparison to what we have been seeing over the last couple of days. So we're in the upper 60s for both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We even have some low 70s on the board for Ritzville and Moses Lake this afternoon. 75 for Richland, 68 for Walla Walla, 69 for Elk River, 65 degrees this afternoon for Grangeville. And as we move forward, though, we gradually see even more increasing clouds through this evening as our next system arrives overnight and into the weekend. That will bring us the chance of showers, but also still some sun breaks through Saturday and Sunday.
The Spokane Speed and Custom Show starts today at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. That is where KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is this morning. And Brandon, I've decided you're a car guy officially.
No, I'm a car guy absolutely this morning for sure. And I'll tell you what, if you don't have any plans this weekend, the Spokane Speed and Custom Show, this is exactly where you need to be. I like this one because this gives me a little privacy, you know. I reach my hand out the window, say, hey, how's it going, folks? How's everybody doing? We're driving down the street. But I'll pop out right here because I got some, you know, if it's okay if I call you this, they're probably too humble. I got some legends here with us right here because we got 10 years of the Spokane Speed and Custom Show. Logan and Brian Anderson, a father-son duo. Love to see that. And Logan's been informing us throughout the morning. So, Brian, is it all right if I start over here really quick, man? How does it feel?
I'm a little camera shy, so.
10 years, man. 10 years. Congratulations on 10 years. How you feeling?
Thank you. It's a little overwhelming, but yeah, it's I'm pretty proud of what we put together this year.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff here.
You got to be proud. And for you, Logan, you know, following in the footsteps, how proud are you, you know, to be able to watch all this come to life?
I'm pretty proud of my family, but I'm really proud of my dad for carrying the legacy for 10 years, and we're just going to keep it going for Spokane, keep it alive.
9 different rooms, right? 9 different rooms.
9 rooms, just over 400 cars, and we've got cars from, I think the farthest one away is from Wisconsin. We've got them from Nevada, California, up in Edmonton, Alberta, British Columbia. We've got them from all over the place, all over the Pacific Northwest. Northwest. There's a lot of cars here.
Well, and you know, by the way, don't come out this weekend expecting to get into the cars. You know, they were kind enough to allow me to step in there, but it really is just like a giant pop-up museum. This is, everything about this is really cool. Even if you're not a car person, I feel like there's something here for everybody, huh?
Yeah, we've got a really good variety of stuff, whether it's old customs or old hot rods, restored muscle cars, trucks, lowered trucks, lifted trucks. I mean, there's motorcycles, go-karts, dragsters, race cars. There's a drive-in movie theme room. We've got one room full of 80s, celebrating the 80th year of Duke's Auto Club here locally. There's 46 cars of theirs in one building. Pretty big homage to those guys. So, yeah, there's lots to see here.
Brian, Logan, thank you guys so much. Again, doors open at noon today. Make sure you come out here this weekend. You absolutely will not regret it. I'll continue to look around and kind of get lost and hopefully just be able to bring some excitement before you head out for yourself. So thank you, fellas, and we'll toss it back to you. That's once a year, only once a year.